This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we finally made it to Korriban, and we ran across a secret merchant who would sell us dangerous merchandise for the exchange and other such stuff for defeating Saul Kareth and opposing the Sith Lord. But we also got to Korriban, which we finally... Well, the fourth and final star map is here, and we've got to somehow find a way to get into the Academy itself by sneaking in or tricking someone or something. Can we do it? Well, let's find out. I've swapped out my characters just a bit to unlock a scene for a character I should have gotten a long time ago, but for some reason could never get.
Ah, so we meet again, Canderous. It has been quite a long time.
Joggy?
Looks like some old friend of his. He looks dangerous, though. Get out of our way. Do you know Canderous?
He was a warrior under my command up to the Battle of Althir. But I thought...
You thought I was dead, didn't you? You thought all of us that you had sent on that attack had perished. You sent us to die in a foolish attack, while you directed your forces elsewhere. You broke from the battle plan and let us die for it, so that you could have the honor of being the first to kill the enemy commander.
Well, it sounds like Canderous. Tough decisions are made in war now. Is this true, Canderous?
I did what was prudent at the time. If I had not done it, the battle would have...
The battle would have been won anyway. I am tired of your excuses, Canderous. I have spent years tracking you down since the clans were banished, and I will not rest until I've had my vengeance.
Well, we are friends with Canderous for the most part, but we are as aggressive. What are you gonna do?
I challenge you, Canderous. I challenge you to fight the fight you fled that day above Althir. In the dune seas of Tatooine, I will be waiting for you. I have spread the news of the challenge since I learned you had landed on this world. All the surviving Mandalorian clans know of what I do here, and that we shall meet on Tatooine to settle this debt of vengeance once and for all. If you fail to meet me there, you shall be stripped of all honor and forever cast out of our society. It will be you and me alone in the dune seas of Tatooine. A final battle that can only end in death. I shall be waiting for you there, Canderous.
Why don't we just do what we did with the Genner Haradin and just show up with everyone anyway? Because, you know, although we're not dark side, but anyway, we get the mission Joggy's Challenge. Canderous was approached by a man who had fought under him a long time ago, a man named Joggy. Joggy claims that Canderous had abandoned and betrayed his own men and seeks vengeance. He has called Canderous to duel with him in the dune seas of Tatooine, or be forever outcast in the eyes of his fellow Mandalorians. Canderous seems eager to meet this challenge. Do you have anything? You only said like a couple lines during the whole thing. You have anything else to say about that?
I've been given a challenge I can't ignore. We've got to go to the dune seas of Tatooine, so I can find Joggy and kill him for his insult to me.
What happened out there? Why is Joggy so mad at you?
This is between me and Joggy. You don't have to get involved. If you're lucky, he might spill something before I spread him in a paste over the dunes.
Ooh, looks like that's all he wants to talk about.
I've been given a challenge.
Can we talk about this?
This is between...
Oh, alright. Well, at this point, I would, like, load up a save file where I go to Tatooine, but I decided to not do that this time. We've done too many side quests already, and we did have a couple episodes of plot, I'll admit, especially with the big one, finding out that we were Darth Revan, but I don't know, I feel like I should do the plot a bit more, and besides, Korriban is quite, well, it's not that long, but it's got a lot of NPCs to talk to, so it's going to be its own thing, and full episodes based on that anyway, so it'll be right before the end of the game. We'll do Canderous' storyline, but anyway, I wanted to put Canderous back in, because I don't use him too much, and frankly, you know, I like using, I mean, they're not the best characters. I just like using Jolee and HK because Jolee and HK have funny lines. Although the sad thing is I don't remember when you can get certain lines. Although, if I do things correctly, there should be a really funny line coming up here pretty soon. I don't know if we'll get to it today, but eventually. And I remember when I played it when I was a young teenager, or was I a young adult by that time? May have been a young adult by that time. But it's a line that, I mean, obviously I'm overplaying it. It's probably not that funny, but that at the time it cracked me up. But anyway, last time we talked to some Korriban associates, made some people laugh so they wouldn't immediately attack me and find out that I wasn't a Sith. Unless you're dark side, then it's probably pretty easy. But anyway, let's talk to some of the people around here, see if we can gather some more info. Let's see, I think I already talked to you. I think we were going to talk to the Zerka rep last time.
Aren't you the human who won the swoop race on Manan? Congratulations and well done. It was most exciting to watch. It is an honor to have you in our offices. How may Zerka serve you?
Well, it's nice to meet you, random face number 3 we've seen before. What does Zerka do in Korriban?
We do some mining here, and are responsible for local shipping and support of the Sith on Korriban. Our starport is mostly just freighters and such. But we do get many travelers that come here to learn from the Sith. I must say, Zerka is in need of droids right now. That's a mighty fine-looking one you have there.
Objection. This unit is not for sale, meat bag.
Yes, of course. No offense meant. Touchy, isn't it? This office is actually our administrative headquarters for this region. Rather inauspicious, isn't it? We offer good prices here to those traders that keep the colony supplied. If you're in need of anything, this is the place to come.
You know what I just realized, and I forgot to mention what happened in the last episodes. I think it was last episodes. We found out that speaking of meatbag, we found out that Darth Malik was the original meatbag. That's why HK calls everyone meatbag, because I, the character of Darth Revan, decided it was funny to torment Darth Malik by making HK say meatbag all the time. That sounds like something I would do if I had a darker sense of humor. Zerka works with the Sith?
Well, why not? This is Sith space now, and the company has to survive regardless of who is in charge. The Republic, the Sith, the economy has to keep going. Now, was there anything else?
Can I ask you questions about the colony?
Certainly.
Well, this guy's talkative. What can you tell me about this place?
There truly isn't much to tell, citizen. Dresh Day was established by the Sith, and we arrived to take advantage of some of the planet's mineral wealth. The only thing that's really unusual about Dresh Day, I suppose, is that the Sith built their academy on the east side of the colony. You don't find those just anywhere.
Have you ever heard of a star map?
A star map? We sell navigational components, if that's what you mean.
No, I mean as in old ruins.
Well, the Sith have some old ruins that interest them up on the surface of the planet. If this map of yours is there, however, they've said nothing about it.
What do you know about the Sith Academy?
Not much. The Sith are a rather secretive lot, and they don't allow many into the Academy. I hear they claim that Korriban was inhabited long ago by other Sith. But no one really knows if that's true. The planet is certainly uninhabited outside of Dresh Day, and always has been.
Who is allowed into the Academy?
Only prospective students. We get many who come here each year hoping to get picked. Many are simply considered too weak, I'm afraid. I understand there is one main person amongst the Sith who decides which students are worthy. Yuthura, I believe her name is.
Someone mentioned that to us before, so we need to talk to this lady. Where can I find her?
Other than in the Academy itself, I'm sorry, I don't know.
What good are you? I pulled my lightsaber and just cut him in half. No. We actually know how to find her, but how can one reach the ruins on the surface?
Zerka sends freighters to the surface every now and again to ferry artifacts to the core. The men are not allowed out of their ships, however, as only Sith are allowed on the surface. Beyond that, I really can't say.
It is very important that you tell me what you know.
They call the site the Valley of the Dark Lords. Ancient Sith are buried in tombs there, along with many artifacts of old. Some of great power, apparently. I don't know anything else. Neither will you, I'm sure. Only the Sith students are allowed access to the site.
I just gotta get this Yuthura band to let us in there, so... Alright, well we know where she is. She's actually in the cantina, but I'll be going now.
Do come again.
I gave us some info about the world. Ooh, let's see what the star map Korriban. It seems that the only Sith of the local monastery has access to the runes on the surface. If you're going to reach them and search for the star maps, it'll have to be through that, and we'll have to convince someone to let us. No, it doesn't.
I've had 2 friends killed by the Sith already. Must be some kind of test. I'll survive and make it into the academy. I know it.
Yeesh, I'd rather not join a gang or a group that kills people just because.
Well, this is a Sith colony. They're the law here. I'm here only to protect Zerka's interests.
Why are you guys dressed in Sith attire, though, if you're Zerka? Are you required to wear Sith attire while you're around here? I mean, I guess you can if you want, but or do whatever you want is best for. See, okay, there's the. Wait, what? That was the. Oh, did we ever ask if we could buy stuff from him? Huh. I might as well ask really quick. I didn't even think about that.
I suppose you've heard about the destruction of Taurus, yes? Awful business, that. Zerka lost a fortune there. Not that the Sith care.
Huh. Let's see. Can I see what you have to offer?
You certainly can. Allow me to punch up our stock.
Okay, it said it was a store. I was like, I wonder if he actually has anything I want. Let's see. Scary Sparks, XR Coon's light battle suit. Tribute to XR Coon, this armor may have been worn by the Dark Lord prior to his defeat 40 years ago. He is rarely without considerably yet flexible personal armor. Too bad it's not really worth it because you can't reinforce it. As far as I know, I've pretty much got mostly for armor's sakes, I'm pretty much covered on armor for the rest of the game. I don't need to buy any more. Let's see. That's actually not a bad thing if you want to make one of your characters a heavy weapons specialist. Let's see. Just seeing if there's anything else. Demolitions? Nah, I never mess with that anyway. I only deal with it just enough. Let's see, I don't need that. Ooh, Sith Regenerator. That's not bad. Not the best implant, but it's definitely an interesting one. It basically gives you regen out in and out of combat. So we got some adrenals. And neat, but nothing that I really need. Let's keep going. Jolie, HK, follow me as we continue inside this place. Gotta find let's see. Should be the cantina's there. We can't actually go out into that until we actually let me see. I think I want to make a backup save or a new save here just in case if I have some editing issues. Gotta make sure. Gotta take care of myself, you know. Ooh. Is that the guy who's that they told us about? Let's find out.
You there, human. You are the one flying the Ebon Hawk now. I saw you disembarking earlier.
Who wants to know?
Name's Lurs. Not that it's important. I don't know you, and you don't know me. What's important is that we've been waiting for the shipment for a month now. I suppose we should be grateful that the shipment survived Terrace at all, though, right? Anyway, hand it over. Let's finish this. Wait, what? I think I remember someone telling me about this a long time ago. So obviously, yeah, whatever. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Don't you work for Davik? Just how is it you happen to be flying the Ebon Hawk anyway?
Davik's dead, I presume. I stole the Ebon Hawk from yeah, Davik's dead, I presume. I stole the Ebon Hawk from him.
Well, when a planet explodes, you've got to expect a few changes. Davik's dead, hey. Maybe you can still help me with something. We had arranged for several kilograms of spice to be shipped to us here aboard the Ebon Hawk. Perhaps Davik left it on board? I suspect if it is, it would be in the container we gave him. We'll have to require a code. Haven't you seen such a thing, human?
I could have. Technically, we shouldn't take a look at it, but it's always interesting to see if we can get more out of the. I may or may not. How much is it worth to you?
1,000 credits, and perhaps more if you're interested. What do you say to that?
And if I refuse?
My employers would be disappointed, no doubt. Have you another use for the spice, human? Consider carefully.
I could take a look for it.
Excellent. Set the code in the container to Red 47. When you get the spice, bring it to me here. I'll wait for you.
I don't know if there's an alternate ending to that quest. I think you get dark side points, though, if you give them the spice. Because spice is basically like crack or cocaine. It's an addictive substance in the Star Wars universe. Ebon Hawk, you have encountered an alien by the name of Lurs who mentions that there's a container on board the Ebon Hawk filled with spice that Davik had agreed to bring him. You have agreed to return to Lurs with the spice, and he has now provided you with the code. Obviously, if you choose to disagree with him or whatever, then it says something about you ignored whatever he said and decided to leave well enough alone.
If you're looking to get into the academy, you're going to have a tough time. There's lots of us here trying to get accepted.
Well, if the game had a stronger memory core, then yeah, there would be, but only so many. Only so many.
He said it's kind of this planned attempt to enter the Sith Academy. I understand how many died in the process. How unfortunate.
Maybe this is the guy, Tol Epcar? Let's see.
Ah, this is good day, sentient, is it not? I always find the vindication of my skill to be pleasing. You have my condolences.
Oh. Okay, so apparently he's a Pizak player. Can I ask you some questions?
That was here to answer your question, sentient. To be honest, if you are not going to get to some entertaining sport, I would rather be alone.
Who are you?
I am known as Tol Apkar, if you must know. I am quite proficient at Pizak. If you would not wish to begin a game under false pretenses.
Not right now. Alright, I'll do that off screen. Just to earn a few extra credits. Not really required, but, you know, hey, why not? I know we're supposed to find a, the secret merchant around here somewhere. He's got some really nice stuff. Maybe it's this dude.
Greetings, sentient. You are the owner of the Abbot Hawk, yes? Or its latest owner, at least. I am honored to meet you. I am KotOR, manager of this establishment. Is there something you are needing, sentient? The owner of the Abbot Hawk is always welcome to the Dresde Cantina.
Zeogram says you sell special items.
Yes, to the right buyer. Technically, the owner of the Abbot Hawk has been the contact for all my transactions, but in the past, the owner's always been affiliated with the exchange. That was why Zeogram did not approach you earlier. We had no idea who you were or if we wanted to do business with you. Of course, that's all changed now, Lord Revan.
I'm glad you've seen the light. Sure. I'm glad you've seen the light.
The light, a fine jest, though, contains a crystal of truth. We have allied with you in this conflict, and we trust you remember us once victory is yours, Revan.
What kind of things do you have for sale? Oh, your motive seems very self-serving.
Of course, how else were we to survive? Now, do you wish to see the premium items I have for sale, or is there something else you need?
Do you know a lot about the Ebon Hawk and its previous owners?
I know very little about the owners of the Ebon Hawk. Most were affiliated with the exchange, and they only revealed enough to enable us to do business with them. But the ship itself is very well known, especially here on Korriban. Some say it is the finest smuggling vessel in this sector. Others say it is a cursed vessel, bringing doom to its owners.
Cursed? What do you mean?
None deny the Hawk is a fine vessel with a long history of successful smuggling runs to its credit, but the owners have not fared nearly as well in the ship itself. Take David King. He was the last owner I know of before you. His home world was the planet Terrace, a world the Sith utterly destroyed. You would call that a fortunate occurrence. And even if the Terrace hadn't been destroyed, would Davik still be around? It seems doubtful he sold the ship to you, and I know Davik didn't buy it from the previous owner.
These events have more to do with the type of owner than the Hawk itself.
Yes, I suppose the Sith Lord has little time for curses. You are probably far beyond such things. In any case, I meant no offense. I am telling you what I know of the Hawk's reputation. Is there something you need from me?
Let's ask him some questions before you actually buy stuff from him. Anything else going on here?
Since Malak stole the order from you, the Academy here in Korriban has become all but impossible to deal with. The Sith here cared for nothing but their own plots and schemes.
I hope that once you destroy your old apprentice, things will return to the way they were before. The Sith and the Exchange should work together. It could benefit both sides. What do you know about the Sith Academy?
The Sith built their academy here to train students. Many go to train here, though I know not why. Most are not permitted to train and may die in their attempt to be admitted. Any of the students and sometimes the Sith themselves come to my cantina. Look around and you will see them. I have little choice as to their presence.
I have little choice as okay. What can you tell me about the Sith's excavations?
Very little. None are allowed in their other ruins other than the Sith themselves, as I understand.
Surely there must be some way to go there.
The Sith do have passages lead to their valley from within the monastery. Only they may use it, however.
I doubt they would let you in, even if you could somehow convince them of your true identity. Most of the Sith of the Academy are loyal to Malak now. They see him as the true master. Let's see. Do you know anything about the star map on Korriban?
Could you be more specific, Sentient? What manner of star map do you seek?
Very old kind. Perhaps the Sith excavations involve something like it?
It may be possible, Sentient. The only artifacts I've ever heard of mentioned are in relation to the Sith and their Valley of the Dark Lords.
I see. Well, either way, we have to get in there to get the star map. Looks like deep undercover Sith is what we're looking at.
Yes, of course. I'll find my selection very interesting.
Alright, this is his fine selection. Okay. He's got a Verpine Viper Mesh. Raxus Newly has plans of planetary conquest in the wake of Sith aggression. Though eclipsed by recent events, the Jedi saw the pirate jailed and his Verpine stockpiles auctioned. Nope, we don't need that outfit. Let's see. Okay, so this guy actually has a lot of really good equipment for us for in-game stuff. Obviously, he has melee, Pizzak cards, hair trigger, stuff like that. If you played the game, you really don't need to buy this stuff, or if you've done enough. But if you've forgotten some, that's not bad. This reaction system's not bad, but it's not the best implant you could get. Really, I'm probably wearing the best implant in the game for me, which is the cardio power system. I'm trying to remember who dropped it. That's probably the best implant for you, the player. I'll talk about the other characters, like what's best for them when we get to the end of the game. This is the best. Okay, well, one of two best belts for the main character in the game. The Adrenal Stimulator, all saves +4. Awesome for saving against grenades, force powers, or whatever. And Dexterity +2, because we'll need that for the AC, not so much to hit, because my character doesn't have a lot of dex. If you have 18,000 credits, definitely get this. This belt endows the wearer with hypersensitivity to their surroundings and dynamically improves reflexes and reaction time. There is one more belt that would be good for the main player. Basically makes you resistant to electricity, or is it lightning? Something like that. And unfortunately, I missed my chance to buy that because I accidentally finished the Kashyyyk storyline, the light side version of it. Basically, if you go back to that merchant that basically was forcing this one guy to be a slave, and for all intents and purposes, he actually sells the belt. So, whoops on that. It's not needed. This is probably the better belt, but it is expensive. So if you're doing credits, kind of decide if you want to. I'm probably going to buy this eventually, at least by the end of the game. It's a really good belt. And he sells Verpine prototype shields. Very good shields. Very expensive, though. I don't use shields enough to almost make it worth it, really. But 200 seconds, 70 points of damage. Pretty nice. Oh, here's the best gloves in the game. The Dominator Gauntlets. If you didn't do the Genner Horadin storyline and get their gloves, this is probably what you want for your main character, or Zalbar if you're not playing a strength. If you're not playing the way I'm building. A working prototype of a huge technological advancement in power gauntlets, the Dominator gives the user paralleled strength and power. I probably won't need this for this game because I got the Genner Horadin strength gloves. However, if you're going to use Zalbar in your party as well, which is strongly recommended, you might want to pony up for these gloves as well. Not required, but definitely good ones. This is an okay interface, nothing too crazy. The Stabilizer Mask here is probably one of the best face slots for the main character as well. The reason is it gives you immunity to mind-affecting abilities and all saves +2. So you get that and the Adrenal Stimulator, boom, +6 to all your saves. You're probably not going to fail any stuns or gas poison, whatever. It makes you look kind of dumb in your character model, but if you don't care about that stuff, is it really good? It's only like 8,000, so... The mask uses microbursts of electricity to regulate the user's mental patterns. It effectively fortifies against mind and body attacks. Yeah, really good for the main character. Actually, a lot of the main character stuff comes from this guy. And I think that's it. So basically, if you have the credits for your character, Stabilizer Mask for you, Dominator Gloves for you, or Zalbar, and the Adrenal Stimulator as well. If you don't have the Cardio Power System for some reason, this would also be really good for you. But the thing is, we only have so many credits, so kind of make your decision. But we're not going to buy anything right now, but like I said, definitely something we're going to want to get later on. Alright. What's this? Oh, crate. Let's go ahead and save it before you open that crate. We need to find out where that one lady is, I thought she was supposed to be in this canteen, and maybe she's farther on down. But we are supposed to run across her at some point. Maybe we'll run it. Maybe if we go outside. Repair kit parts. All good. Alright. Alright, let's get past her. I guess she's not, she hasn't been unlocked for this area yet, so I'll come back later.
Greetings, friend. Fellow pilot, are you? Wouldn't mind taking a spin in the Ebon Hawk myself. Sleek ship, that one.
Does everyone here know about the Ebon Hawk?
In a small colony like this, everyone knows everyone's business.
It's better than thinking too much about all the Sith lurking about here. The Hawk's been in and out of here for ages, and out of the way starport is a good place for privateers. Not saying you are one.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd be insulted by that. What kind of... and what if I am?
Wouldn't make any difference to me. Just wish I had a ship like that myself. Business is steady here with the Sith, but it's a boring haul.
In case you're forgetting, partner, they don't exactly want us talking about their business.
Ah, who cares about them? I've seen some of those things they're digging up in those ruins in the valley. Pretty creepy, if you ask me.
Sith in general are creepy. What have they been digging up?
Weird artifacts. Looks like alien stuff. Maybe aliens lived on Korriban a long time ago. Who knows?
Don't be stupid. I was talking to one of those Sith, and he said there are tombs there dating back to when the Sith were here in ancient times.
There were Sith here in ancient times? Sounds like he was feeding you a line. Korriban's only been settled for a short time.
So says you. He said the planet was settled by the Sith a long time ago, and then they all left or something. Those tombs are really important to him.
Tombs, eh? That makes the stuff they send us even creepier. Wish I didn't have to haul it around.
Well, well, that's interesting. Where do you take these things?
We used to haul everything to Terrace, and the Sith would take it off our hands there. Not sure where we'll be bringing it now.
Do you have any of these artifacts now?
No, we're not due for another shipment for at least another week.
Dang it, wanted some cursed items. How'd one get to these excavations exactly?
It's in a valley on the surface, beyond some mountains to the east. No land route. That's why they have us fly in.
Shows what you know. The Academy has a route through the mountain. That's how all their students get to the excavation site.
Well, regardless, the Sith don't let anybody near that valley. Even when we land, they watch us like a Drabarian hawk and want us gone quickly.
Well, of course they do. They have all their secrets. They don't want you to know. So no one can sneak into the valley by ship?
Not a chance. You'd be better off sneaking through the Academy if you want to go to the valley.
Ha! Now that'd be a sight to see.
Did we already ask him this question?
Weird artifacts. Looks like alien stuff.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, he's...
There were Sith here and...
Yeah, sorry
So
about
says
that.
you.
I don't know why I
Sounds, eh?
forgot if I asked him that question. That just happens to me sometimes. My brain shuts off. Well, I'll be going, guys.
Sure thing. Good flying, friend.
Man, I guess what they say is true. News travels faster than you in any game, whether it be a JRPG or Western RPG. Let's see if we can get inside the Academy, or maybe force an encounter with Yuthura, because apparently she's not in the cantina. I could have swore one of the NPCs told us she was supposed to be there, but she's not there yet, so maybe we need to keep going and force the encounter. Who knows? Had to be careful, though. Can't let her light side get through too heavily, otherwise we'll never be able to get inside the Academy. Although they are dark side, perhaps we could bribe them with something. If you're playing good side, yeah, you don't want to think about that, but guess what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Alright. Let's go ahead and save it again. Like I said, I'm just for out of habit and making sure if anything crashes or whatever, so... Now we got some utility droids here. Hello. Okay, how about you? Nothing. Alright, fine. You're all worthless anyway. No one cares about droids! A computer spike. Could always use more of those. Did not utilizing the computers as much as I probably could have, but I don't know. That's why you play a scoundrel if, for other playthroughs if you want to play the game a bit differently. Assist student, eh? I have to stand at attention. Please don't distract me, whoever you are. What are you doing? I am trying to prove my worth to enter the Sith Academy. Here, we were told that if we stood here long enough, we would be worthy.
Seems like not much to do to be worthy of anything. How long you been up to it, boy?
We've been here for so many days. I'm so hungry. Some of us have died, but I must be strong. I will keep standing.
Who put you up to this?
Mecha, he's the Sith, the one watching us from over there. He said that's how you prove our worth. I must be strong. Mika will find me worthy soon, I hope.
Can't we just give him Let me skip the dialogue really quick and see. Here, I have a bit of food. No, please, put it away. I can't accept any. Melkor said he used to sit over there watching us. Oh. Yeah, we can't be nice to him, huh? Alright, how about you, buddy?
You'll get your turn soon enough, fool. And when you do, I will be there, laughing as you collapse from heat exhaustion and Mikkel's beatings.
That seems like a stupid way to become a Sith. Don't you want your Sith to be, like, good warriors, intelligent, well-fed, taken care of, and stuff like that, so they can actually do what you need them to do? It seems like this weeding out the weak thing seems to be kind of more hurtful than helpful, but what do I know? I don't run an evil empire.
Please, don't hurt me. I am too weak with hunger.
I wasn't gonna hurt you, but apparently you're quite a... How about you? Can we just go in?
Sith, nor do you bear the medallion of a student of this facility. Please, leave at once.
Hey, Logain. I mean, random Sith person. I'm Darth Revan. I'm a Lord of the Sith. Let me in.
I see. And who might your friends be?
It's obvious you don't believe me, but I really am Darth Revan.
On your way, citizen.
Yeah, as far as I know, he doesn't believe you no matter what you do. How do I become Sith, then?
You must be admitted to the Academy. That decision must be made by a Sith who has already been accepted here. The final decision, however, remains with Master Yuthura. I believe she is currently at the cantina if you wish to seek her out. Now go.
Oh, we finally got the objective now. Yuthura is now at the cantina now. She wasn't there before, but now that we talked to this guard, we can now get to the cantina. So, can our heroes get through the Korriban Academy in one piece without degrading their their values and their light side powers? Or will they be forced to draw their souls through the muck and become one with the dark side to save the galaxy? Find out next time in the next episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.